Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube. Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and I'm doing a very special collaboration with my twin, my sister, Debbie Knoblauch, and also with my amazing friend, Laura from Gold Star Work. So we, all three of us, have supported our friend Sandra from My Real California Life since she started her business, Classy Cake Cosmetics, and we all own a lot of her products. So we thought that it would be an amazing idea, actually Laura came up with this, to do a 10 looks, one sort of palette, but more like brand, because some of us have more than one palette, some of us only have one palette, or actually I think all of us have more than one palette, but either way, I know I have a bunch of her palettes, and I know Debbie does, and I think Laura does as well. So we thought we would showcase Sandra's eyeshadows because most of her eyeshadows are shimmers. So we are allowed to go in with any mattes that we want to, and then therefore we're going to showcase her eyeshadows as the shimmers. So we just want to let Sandra know that we love her so much and we're so proud of her for starting her own brand, and we, you know, support you 100%, Sandra. We love you and we're so proud of you. So we came up with this idea for 10 looks. I don't know how many looks I'm going to be doing personally. I know that Debbie and Laura are definitely doing 10. As you guys know, I've had a lot going on, so I'm going to do as many as I can, possibly 10, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started, and I'm going to link Debbie, Laura, and Sandra all up in the cards, and I hope that you guys will go check all of them out. Laura and Debbie I've done many collabs with before. I've also done collabs with Sandra, and you guys know I've done reviews on all of the Classy Cake Cosmetics palettes so far, and I love them. I absolutely love her products. So I have a bunch of her highlighters, and I have one of her blushes, and I have a bunch of her eyeshadows, and I know that Debbie and Laura have both done videos on her products as well, and I will have all of their channels linked in the cards and down in the description box. So I hope that after you guys watch this, that you will go and check out Debbie and Laura's videos as well. And I will also link Classy Cake Cosmetics below if you're interested in any of the products that I use in my video. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the lid on camera, then I'm going to go off camera, do everything else, and then come back and show you the finished look. Just that way the video is as short as possible, I guess. So the first matte eyeshadow palette I'm going to go in with is the Peachy Queen Alien Queen palette. And just so you know, for Classy Cake I have my little highlighter palette. It's very messy because it's very loved. And then I have the Pride palette right here, which I got before Pride Month. And then I also, in front of me, I also own another palette, but I might use that in future looks. And I have the Perfect palette, which really is the perfect palette. It has greens, blues, and purples, and I love it. And ignore my stained hands because I colored my hair recently. I also have the Geode Goddess palette, which is gorgeous. These are all like multicolored, and I'm going to use some of those. So I'm going to start with the mattes from the Alien Queen Peachy Queen palette for this first look. And I'm going to go into the shade Probe, which is a beautiful neon purple. And we're going to do that first. So, and then when I use the Classy Cake Cosmetics eyeshadows, I will probably go into some glitter glue. And I may even do some looks without foundation because I have a few subscribers that have told me that they do eyeshadow, but they don't wear foundation a lot of the time. So I might do like 1 or 2 looks where I only do like concealer and the rest of my face products, but not actual full foundation, but we'll see. So I'm just running that in the outer V and through my crease. And yeah, we just thought this would be fun. So please go check out both Debbie and Laura. Debbie, as you know, I love her so much. We do a midnight makeup series together. She does a Try It Out Thursday with her son Tanner. She does some unboxings. She does subscription boxes. She does speed tutorials. She does favorites videos. She does mystery boxes. She does gorgeous makeup looks, just beautiful. And I've done a lot of collabs with her one-on-one and also in a group setting, and I just love her. And then Laura does some project panning. She does some, I'm now going into the blue extraterrestrial is what it's called, and she does some project panning. She does some art. She's an actual artist, and she's done some actual like art videos on her channel. She's also done some she's done a lot of collabs. I've done some one-on-one collabs with her, and again some group collabs. Usually her and Debbie and I are in the same group collabs together. And she does beautiful, colorful, and neutral makeup tutorials. And yeah, so I love both of their channels. I love watching them, and I would watch both of them even if I wasn't friends with them, but luckily I am friends with them. So all right, so I'm just just want it to be a blue and purple look. And then for this look, I'm going to pop into the Geode Goddess palette. I have no idea which one I want to use because they're all so beautiful. But I am going to pop on some glitter glue because, as you guys know, I use glitter glue for all my shimmers. And I just think, even if the eyeshadow doesn't require it, I feel like it really brings out the shimmers and the glitters that are in shimmery eyeshadows. So this is going to be more of like a softer look, and I'm going to use this Juvia's Place flat shader brush. I think I'm going to go into the shade Fluorite because it's speaking to me. It has pinks, whites, and greens, and I'm just going to pop that on. This is just a really simple, like really pretty eye look that you can do. And that's what I love too about her shimmers. And I probably will do some all shimmer looks as well. I'm not going to pull in mattes for every single look, but I love that if I have, like, for instance, I have a few palettes that are just matte eyeshadows, like the Peachy Queen one is just mattes, and then so is the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette that I have. And I love that with Sandra's eyeshadows, I can just incorporate them into, you know, a look with my matte eyeshadow palettes that don't have shimmers, and just, you know, do something a little bit different. So let me go off camera, clean this up. I think this might be one of my no foundation looks, but we'll see. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is just a really easy look. I did go into the purple blush that I have from her, which is right here, and then I used Sandra Belle as my highlighter, and I used the Jeffree Star Purple Urkel as my lip color. I will probably not tell you each time what I have on my face other than the eyeshadows that you see me put on, but what I will do is I will have it in the description box down below what I have on for each look. So this is just my simple, very, you know, cutesy type of look. So if you want to see the next look, then stay tuned. Okay, so this is the second look. Obviously, I'm filming a few looks each day, so you'll see me in a couple different outfits, but some of the videos you'll see me in the same outfit, just in case you are wondering. So I think for the mattes for this look, I'm going to go into Certify the Dynasty palette, and I think I want to do a more neutral look for this one. So I'm going to use some concealer for my eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. And again, I'll show you like the lid, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the finished look. So I'm just going to blend that out. And yeah, I think I want to do more of a neutral look for this one. Or maybe I should stick with, well, no, I want to do a neutral look. Okay, so for this look, you're going to hear Sophie in the background. I'm going to go into the shade Fortune, which is this like orangey color here. I have not used this palette nearly enough, so this gives me an excuse to use this palette more. And that is really one of the things that I love, is that because Sandra's eyeshadows are, you know, mostly shimmers, it gives me a way to use my matte palettes, like I said in the first look, and then just showcase her shimmers. So I cannot wait to see what looks the other girls create, because I know that both Debbie and Laura have custom eyeshadow palettes. My eyeshadow palettes that I have not created a custom palette yet with Sandra, but I'm going to. But I know that they have both created custom palettes, and I'm jealous because they're beautiful. And I will also link below some of the people that I can think of that have also bought and reviewed her palettes that are friends with me. And then I'm going to take the shade Trunk, which is the brown next to the shade we just worked with. And I'm just going to put that on the outer V. I have a specific eyeshadow in mind that I want to put on my lid for this look. And I genuinely like use these products even off camera. Like, I use her eyeshadows, her shimmers all the time. And I know for a fact that Debbie and Laura do as well, because Debbie and I talk on video chat all the time, and I will see, like, she'll be on the phone with me getting ready to go somewhere, doing her makeup, and I will see her dipping into her, you know, custom made Classy Cake palette. So I know that they both love what they've purchased from her. And Debbie also has the multi-chrome palette from that Sandra created, so she has some videos on that, so definitely go check that out. So now I'm gonna almost drop something, and then I'm gonna go into my NYX glitter glue and put that on the lid. I'm gonna be doing that for every look because I do it with every shimmer no matter what. And as I said before, I just love the extra oomph that it gives shimmery eyeshadows. All right, set this aside. And then I'm gonna go into the Pride palette. And I'm gonna use the shade Glam Pibble Mama, who I love. And I've also used the shade as a bronzer before, but I'm gonna put this on with my finger because I really want it to be intense. I mean, they're all intense, but I want it to be really, really intense. See how that's like the perfect shimmer? It just adds the perfect oomph to the look and takes it to that next level. But yeah, I have used this as a bronzer before, and if you like a shimmery bronzer, it's really nice. If you don't like a shimmery bronzer, obviously you're not gonna like it because it's very shimmery. All right, so let me go off camera, do the rest of the things, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look for the second look. I put Nona on the lower lash line. Nona as in hashtag my so-called life 1977. This beautiful burgundy shade right here is named after Nona. I also have a highlighter named after me, which I'll use later on. And I went in with the gold highlighter Gaia, and I love it. So this is the finished second look. If you want to see look number 3, stay tuned. Okay, so this is look number 3, same shirt, but I decided to leave it on because we are doing, this is the third look I'm doing today, and we are going to do a purple halo eye, I believe. So that is my goal. And I'm going to be using the Colored Rain Let me not drop everything. My Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette. And it has an entire row of beautiful matte purples that I need a beautiful purple shimmer to go with. So we are going to be using the Perfect palette today because it has some beautiful purple shimmers. And I wanted to do a halo eye because I would like to switch it up every now and then and do something different. So I'm going to grab a small brush and I'm going to go into the shade Vibes. And I'm going to put that on the inner and the outer, as you do with a halo eye. Now my halo eyes are a little bit different because I tend not to close them off in the middle. I find that with my eye shape, it just is more flattering and it makes my eyes look bigger. So if you are the type of person that likes to go, you know, all the way in the center, then go ahead and do that. I just don't ever do that personally. Because, like I said, I find that it just leaving this space open, I find that it just makes my eyes much, like, bigger and brighter. So, I'm going to do this. And then other side, same thing. And this look, we're going to use the highlighter that's named after me, which is Anya. There's also a highlighter named after Debbie, which is called Debutante. And my highlighter is like a purple with a gold kind of shift. Debbie's, or Debutante, is a white highlighter with a purple base. And I actually helped Sandra create those highlighters. She has a whole collection of highlighters that are white based with like a flash of a certain color. And I had come up with, or I'd asked her to make those because I've always wanted highlighters like that. So they're absolutely beautiful. And I'm definitely going to be getting them very soon. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the shade Bossed Up, which is a little bit more of like a fuchsia base. And I'm just going to put that towards the inside on either side. Just to add some dimension and like a different shade of purple so that it's more than just one shade of purple. All right, I know it looks crazy, but it will look good in a minute. I'm just gonna clean up some of this fallout. You guys know I'm the queen of fallout. Okay, glitter glue, of course. And I'm just gonna pop this in the center. Just pat it. Of course, again, I took enough glitter glue for me, Debbie, and Laura. So if you guys need some, I got some. Just being silly. And then I'm gonna go into the Perfect palette. Really trying not to drop stuff here. And I'm gonna go into this lightest purple shade right here, and it's so stunning. And I'm going to pop that right in the center. That is so beautiful, you guys. These are perfect for halo eyes, like seriously, absolutely perfect. And I'm thinking about doing a cut crease at some point in this video as well. All right, I love that so much. These are literally the perfect accent for a halo eye. Let me go off camera, do the rest, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished purple halo eye. I did use Anya as my highlighter, and my favorite thing about Sandra's highlighters is they do not show texture. So no matter what, they're not going to show texture. Even when I'm having a day where my skin isn't its best, still doesn't show texture. It just goes on really smooth, and you can make them blinding or you can make them more toned down and just like a glow from within. So if you want to see look number 4, then stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to look number 4. So today we are going to do a reddish look. I really want to use the shade Nona all over. And I have stained eyelids from a look that I did yesterday. So I think putting red all over will be perfect. Sandra's eyeshadows do not stain. It was not her eyeshadows that I used. I've never had a staining issue with her shimmers or anything like that. So I think for this look, I'm going to go into my, I'm going to go into my, Obsessed palette from Pinky Rose Cosmetics. I want to use the shade Pigment with a fluffy brush. Actually, I want to use 90s Love first, which is a pink shade. And I'm just going to run that all throughout the crease. And then we're going to go into the shade Pigment. Let me know down below if any of you guys have picked up any Classy Cake Cosmetics. I definitely am so proud of Sandra, and she's done such a good job with her brand, and she's just a really great brand owner. She's very proud of her work, and I'm just so proud of her. All right, now I'm going into the shade Pigment, and I'm going right below that pink. And these are both matte shadows. I want to do like a gradient, and so we're going to put the shade Nona all over the lid. Nona's channel will be below because everyone who either has a shade named after them or that I know of or has reviewed the products on their channel will be linked below. And Nona is one of my good friends, and her shade is gorgeous. She wanted a red, like burgundy-ish shade, and so Sandra made one for her and named it after her, which I thought was really cool. Okay, so now we're going back into the Pride palette. I think I have the shade Nona, I want to say twice, because do I? Maybe not. I don't know. But that is this shade right here. And I had it on my lower lash line in one of the other looks. I don't remember which one. But we're going to put that all over our lid. Maybe I should have gotten a bigger brush. This is just such a gorgeous shade. I'm going to put it all over the lid and kind of bring it into the crease a little bit. Ooh, and then I can use Sandra Belle, which is the pink highlighter, for my inner corner. I love using her highlighters for inner corner highlights too. And this is just a really easy way to do like a red kind of smoky-ish look. This would be really pretty for Christmas or for any occasion, really. And most of these looks are going to be pretty simple because I just love the fact, like I've said a couple times, that you can just use Sandra's eyeshadows. See how easy that was to just create a really pretty look? And I just love how you can use her eyeshadows to just create like a beautiful matte look with like a pop of sparkle. Let me go off camera and do everything else, and I'll be right back. Okay, so for this look, I did in fact use Sandra Belle as my highlighter, and I also used it in the inner corner. So if you want to see the next look, then stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to look number 5. So today I want to do a blue look and we're just going to get right into it. I'm using Shape Tape as my eyeshadow primer for this look. Eyelids are still a little bit stained from a different look, but that is the way I live half my life anyway. So I'm just going to pop this all over my eyelids, and I want to use the blues in the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette and then pop into the Perfect palette, I believe, and use the shimmery blue, one of the shimmery blues in there. So I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush and I'm gonna start with the shade Jet Set, which is more like a cornflower blue in the Vivid Pigments palette. It's kind of patchy. Well, some of these Vivid Pigments from the Colored Rain palette are a little bit patchy, but once you build them up, they get a little bit better. And I'm definitely going to do a look during this video where I use only Sandra's eyeshadows, like an all shimmer look, because I want to show you that you don't have to use mattes in order to make a beautiful look with her eyeshadows either. But my favorite way to use them is to just incorporate them into another look. So now I'm going to go into the shade Neo Blue, and it's a little bit of a brighter, deeper blue, and I'm going to put that on the outer V. I love the shade Neo Blue. And then I'm going to deepen it up even more with the shade, I don't know what it's called, so I'm talking really slowly, Yacht Life. And this is like a very deep, deep navy blue, although it's a little bit brighter on the eyes than it looks in the pan. And I'm just going to further deepen up the outer V with this. This palette definitely has a lot of kick up, the Colored Rain one, but that doesn't bother me as long as it is pigmented. Alright, so now I've laid down the groundwork for Sandra's eyeshadow. Let me just get rid of some of the fallout. I have been coloring my hair more frequently, which leads to stained hands more often, but I like keeping my hair refreshed because I can't stand it when I think I've mentioned this before, but whenever I wipe away makeup, I tend to wipe away hair color as well. Okay. So now I'm going to go into the Perfect palette. Oh, not that one. And this palette has just some gorgeous, gorgeous blues. So we're going to use one of those, or actually, I'm probably going to use 2 of them. Ooh, almost dropped it. I'm going to go into my NYX glitter glue, as always. And I'm just going to pop that on the lid. I've been getting better about not using too much, but I've still been using some. My fingers are stained. Alright, so now I'm going to use a flat shader brush, and I'm going to go into this mid-tone blue right here, and then I'm going to use some of Christopher J. MUA. And he also has a channel here on YouTube, so he will be linked below. That is stunning, you guys. I love the Perfect palette. I told Sandra, yes, this is the Perfect palette. Alright, and then we're going to go into Christopher J. MUA. And I'm going to put that on the inner corner. I think this is my favorite look I've created so far, but that doesn't surprise me because it is blues. It's so pretty. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this minty green and just put it at the very front. I think it's called Mermaid Vibes or Mermaid Tail or something like that. Just putting it more towards the inner corner. Yes. All right. Love it. Let me go off camera, do the rest, and I'll be right back. I just realized that even though I'm filming this like a month later, because we've been planning this for a long time, I have my skeleton earrings on again because I'm currently filming Pinkoween videos too. So anyhow, I love the way this look turned out. I used the blue highlighter. All of her highlighters, even if they're blue, green, purple, like they're very wearable as well. So I absolutely love the way this look turned out. And if you want to see look number 6, then just stay tuned. Hey guys, so I had already kind of started the intro for look number 6, but then I dropped my entire lipstick challenge and giveaway jar. And it was so loud on camera, I just didn't want to leave it in because I don't want to scare you guys. So I went ahead and I started over. But I was already in the process of putting my concealer on my lids. So what I was saying when my lipsticks dropped and rudely interrupted me was that I am doing an all shimmer look today. So I'm putting my concealer on and then I'm putting glitter glue, my NYX glitter glue all over that. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Perfect palette and I'm going to start with this shade right here. And I need a fluffy brush. Okay, I'll take this random Morphe one. And I'm just going to put that in the beginning half of my crease. I don't mind doing an all shimmer look. So that's why I wanted to showcase her shimmers and not use mattes for this particular look. And I might do another all shimmer look as well in this series, but we're gonna start with this one because whenever I did my reviews with her products, with Sandra's products, I always just did only her eyeshadows. Like I didn't incorporate mattes in those looks at all. So you definitely do not need to incorporate mattes unless you're the type of person that just does not like doing a look that has all shimmers. But I personally don't mind. Now I'm going to go into the shade Missy for Missy Slaughter. Hi Missy. And it is a beautiful like pinky purple. It is this one right here. And I'm going to put that on the inner portion. And I love the shade so much. And I'm going to kind of blend it a little bit into that blue. I'm trying to do different types of looks as well. But obviously some will be the same style. And I love how the two make the most beautiful purple shade when they meet in the middle as well. So that will be my crease. All right. And for my lid, I'm going to go back into the purple palette. This is going to be a really simple look, but really impactful, I feel like. I don't know. And I'm going to use that Mermaid Vibes color. Again, the beautiful, beautiful, like minty, almost seafoam green. And I'm literally just going to stamp that all the way across the lid. And this is going to give me like, I don't know, cotton candy vibes, I guess. I just wanted to use these shades together because I think they're so pretty. So it's not an official cut crease by any means, but I just think it looks really pretty, these shades together. And all right. So let me go off camera, do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. I know I said I thought my last look was my favorite look, but I don't know. I think this might be. Let me know in the comments down below. So if you want to see the 7th look, I believe. I don't remember if we're on the 7th or the 8th. I think we're on the 7th. So if you want to see the 7th look, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to look number 7. So for today's look, I'm going to dip into the Certify Dynasty palette again. And I want to use some of these reds and some of these, like, I don't know what to call them, like corals or hot pinks. So that's what we're going to do. So I am going to prime my eyelids with just a little bit of concealer. And then we'll go in with the glitter glue once we get to the Classy Cake shimmers. So I've done my base, which is risky, but it's a risk I'm willing to take occasionally. I usually never do my base first, as you guys know, but I'm going to do it today. And I feel like it'll be pretty easy to clean up if I need to. So that's what I'm going to do. Just going to give it a whirl. Okay, so I want to go into the shade Queen first, which is this one right here. And I think I might do a cut crease today, but I haven't decided. And I'm just going to take that. This is definitely going to create some fallout, so, but I'm all right with that. I can clean it up. I have not set my face with powder yet. So I feel like it's okay if I, you know, get messy, because it'll be easy to just wipe it away and just clean up the little area that I need to. That's a beautiful shade. It's like a cross between a red, a pink, and a coral. And I'm just putting that just into my crease. And I have not done a cut crease yet for this video, so I think that is what I want to do. Just an easy little cut crease. Cut creases have become so easy for me since my friend Andrea Alicia showed me in one of her videos how to do a cut crease. And I will have her channel linked either up here in the cards or in the description box. I don't know which place I'll have her, just because of the fact that YouTube unfortunately only lets you put 5 cards in. So if I ever talk about someone or something and you don't see it in the cards, then look in the description box, because it usually means that's where it is. Okay, so that's really, really pigmented and bright. And now I'm going to take this smaller brush and I'm going to go into the shade Velvet, which is really hard to explain. It's kind of like a brown, but it's also kind of like a red. So I guess burgundy. And I'm just going to put that on the outer V. And the shade that I'm going to use from Classy Cake is not one that you would expect to go with this, but I really want to use it. I didn't realize like how multi-dimensional it was until I used it for my lower lash line in a different look, and I really loved it. So I was like, I want to try that. So that is what we're going to use today. And I'm just putting that on the outer V just to deepen it up. I love that I'm getting some use out of these matte eyeshadows that I haven't used very much. That's why I chose these palettes, because I haven't used them a whole lot. And if my voice sounds weird, it's because I'm sick. I actually have a fever, but this video goes up this weekend and I'm determined to try to get as many looks done as I can. And we've been working on this collab for quite a while, so it's like I've been doing some looks, taking a break, doing some looks, taking a break. So yeah, I definitely got a lot of fallout. This is why I do my base first, and it's not gonna wipe away clean, but that's okay, because we are going to clean it up when I go off camera. The dog hair on my face. Okay, so I need a paintbrush. Hello, where are you? I'll use this one. So this is one that I got on Amazon. You can use any paintbrush that you want, or you can use like a lip brush or just a really thin brush. I know that I have some really thin ones from my Morphe set. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the Anastasia eyeshadow primer. Maybe a little bit more. I'm so used to overusing it that now I'm like, okay, I don't want to use that much. So now I'm going in with a little bit too little. And then this is the trick that I learned. You basically just do a line and then fill it in. And it literally makes the quickest, easiest cut crease technique that I've ever seen. There you go. That's it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. The only thing about these paint brushes is I've noticed that they've gotten a little bit frayed, which I don't like. But only some of them. I think I can cut some of the hairs and make them back to what they were before. But we'll see. And I tried going to Michael's and getting some, but I couldn't find the same sets that other people I'd seen get. And I love Amazon, so. All right, so that's that. I don't think it's, my eyes aren't really even, so I don't expect the sides to be even. Okay, and then I need my little brush again. What did I do with it? All right, we'll take a different one. And I'm just gonna wipe that off and then go into that shade Velvet. Actually, I'm gonna go into the shade Queen. And I'm just gonna put that right where the concealer ends on both sides, just to kind of pat it out and blend it. Okay, very easy, so easy. And then I'm going to take my flat shader brush and I'm going to go into my Perfect palette, which, if you remember, is blues, greens, and is this the one I wanted? Yes. Okay. So I want to use this shade right here. Is that the one I wanted? Hold on. Sorry. Oh. No. Nope. 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 Well, maybe. No, this is the one I wanted. Okay. So I want this one up here. It looks blue, but it has like a pinkish purple reflect almost. So I'm just gonna put that right here. And this is without glitter glue. I have used glitter glue so far in every look when I've used these, but I figured I would show you how pigmented and sparkly they are even without using glitter glue. Because they are still very, very buttery and very pigmented. And now I'm going to flip the brush and I'm going to go into this little, it's like a silvery lilac shade. And I'm just going to put that on the inside. You can hear Sophie. She sounds like a mini pig. I always say that. But she really does. Okay. And just a little bit more. This is like I said, like a silvery lilac. And I don't want to have lost the blue. So let me, if I had gone in with glitter glue, that's the one thing, it would make it stay longer. But it's still very pigmented. All right, let me clean up this fallout, put on the lip, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. I decided to go with a red lip, and I really love the way that it turned out. And any lip colors that I use, either liquid lipsticks or bullet lipsticks, will be going into my box here, which I had to restart and put the rest in a different container. So the lipstick information for the lipstick challenge and giveaway will be linked down below. So stay tuned for look number 8. Okay, so for look number 8, we are doing, we're starting fresh faced. My eyelids are stained from the Dynasty palette. There we go. But today I want to do an all green look. So we're going to go back into the Dynasty palette for the greens. So I'm going to pat out this concealer. I'm using mostly concealer and the Anastasia eyeshadow primer for these looks. So after this, we only have 2 more looks to go. I will probably film those tomorrow because I don't want to film too many in one day. But all right. Woo, no, don't want to drop my brush. Okay, so I'm going to start with the shade Opulence down here and then go into the shade Emerald. And then I think you can maybe guess what shade I want to put on the lid, but if you can't, it is going to be that beautiful Mermaid Vibes. I don't remember if it's called Mermaid Vibes. I feel like it's called Mermaid Scales or Mermaid something. It's beautiful. And it is in the Perfect palette, which, as you guys know, I think is perfect. All right, that is a beautiful green. I have not used the greens in this palette yet, but that doesn't surprise me because the Affinity 2 palette, which is the only other certified palette that I own, has mostly blues and greens, and they are all beautiful. So I'm in love with their formula. There's only a few shades in this palette that I haven't been crazy about in the certified palette, which is the oh gosh, it's the Empress and the Emperor. Like the purple and the blue are not the best mattes that I've tried, but overall I like this palette. And I've heard from other people that they didn't really like those palettes either. Okay, or I mean those shades in the palette. Now I'm going into the shade Emperor, and that is the deepest green, and I'm just gonna put that on the outer V, and I'm gonna do like a faux cut crease with my glitter glue. I don't think I need to do a full cut crease, and the last cut crease I did was a bit long, which is fine, but I don't want to make the video, I mean the video is going to be a longer video, but which is fine. Some videos can be longer, especially when you do 10 looks in one video, right? But I definitely want to make sure that you guys have time to go watch Laura and Debbie's looks, because I think it's awesome that we're doing this, because you're going to have 30 different possible looks that you could do with your Classy Cake Cosmetics if you own it. So I'm going to go into this puppy right down there, and I need a flat shader brush. I don't know where, there it is. I always lose stuff. What did I do, like right now? What did I do with my glitter glue? Let me go find it. I'll be right back. It was literally right to the side of me. Okay. So I'm going to take my glitter glue. I've taken too much again, but I'm going to put it all along the lid, going into the deepest shade, and the way that I map it out when I put the shimmer shade, it's going to kind of look like a faux cut crease. Although, I want to see really quick what the green in the Pride palette looks like. Nope, that's not the Pride palette. I think if I remember correctly, it's like a lime green. Ooh, there's actually 2 greens. There's this one and this one. I think I'm going to start with the lime green, which is Honeydew, because I haven't used this one. And then I'll decide if I'm gonna do, oh, you know what? Okay, we're gonna use Honeydew instead of that mermaid tail. And I might use the mermaid tail one as my inner corner highlight. But this is stunning. Woo! And the only time I've used Honeydew was when I did my rainbow look with the Rainbow Pride palette. Or Pride palette. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous green. I love it. See how much of a difference these shimmers can make in a look? And all I had to do was go in with a couple of mattes, and then boom, I'm done. Let me go off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. I think this is quite possibly my favorite green look I think I've ever done. And I've done quite a lot of green looks. So this is the finished look. And I used the opulent shade on my lower lash line. I used the mermaid one, the one I was talking about down here, as my inner corner highlight. Oh, I haven't put on my face highlight. Hold on, let's do that together real quick. And then we'll get on to look number 9. So I'm going to use, I guess called Sea Turtle. And it is the green highlighter from Classy Cake. And it has that same goldish shift that her other highlighters have. And I love it. So beautiful. Okay, so that's that. So if you want to, stay tuned for look number 9. Hey guys, welcome to look number 9. So for today's look, I am going to go in with, what should I go in with? I think I'm going to go in with my MAC paint stick. I haven't used that in a while. So we're going to use that. And I have no idea what look I want to do today. But I know that it's going to be using Classy Cake. And I'm actually going to use a different matte formula. I'm going to use Alien Cosmetics. I have not used my paint stick in a hot minute, but I'm excited to use it again. And what's funny is I'm actually using less than I was using when I last used it, because I'm used to using such like little amounts of the Anastasia primer that I've been going in with that amount with every eyeshadow. So I am gonna grab a smaller brush. So I'm gonna use, for the matte eyeshadows for number 9, I'm gonna use the Pluto palette from Alien Cosmetics. And this is what she looks like on the inside. So I think I'm gonna start with Karina, which is this beautiful like peachy orangey shade. And we're going to start with that. And I found my Infinity Gauntlet palette, which I have not used yet in any of these looks. So we are definitely going to use that today. The Infinity Gauntlet palette was actually Sandra's first eyeshadow palette that she created. And the whole thing, or the whole reason why she was inspired to start her own brand. Fun fact. So that was the first eyeshadow palette that I actually purchased of hers. And I'm excited that I found it. I thought I had packed it up, but I did not. So I'm excited because that means that I get to showcase it today. I don't know why, but I've been getting these irritation bumps on my lid lately. Or not lately, this is only the second one, but in the past I've never gotten them, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm not excited about it. So that's a really pretty like peachy orange shade. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Rygal. Ooh, my hand is shaking. Rygal, and mix it a little bit with this. There went my powder lid. Alara shade. I don't know what these names mean, but one is a red and one is like a burgundy brown. So I'm just going to put that on the outer V. And I also don't know what I did with my glitter glue. Nope, there it is. Okay. Sometimes stuff is right in front of me and I don't see it. Anyone else? Anyone else? Tell me I'm not alone. I can't believe we're on look number 9. It feels like I just started this journey of 10 looks. It's crazy. Actually, I just figured out why I'm getting the irritation bumps on my lids. Because lately I've been using my moisturizer on my eyelids instead of just using eye cream. And before I was always like, eye cream, moisturizer, who cares? Just put it on your lids. Maybe that's not such a good idea. Maybe there's a reason that eye cream is eye cream, and maybe that's because regular moisturizer is too heavy. What's so funny is I was talking to my friend Michelle from the makeup Facebook group that I'm a part of, which if you're not a part of it, what are you doing with your life? Come join us. I will link the Facebook group below. If you have Facebook, you should definitely be a part of it. And we have so much fun. But anyhow, I was talking to my friend Michelle, and we were talking about glitter glue. And she was like, I'm never going to go through this whole tube. And I told her, Sophie's snoring, I told her about how I have like 5 tubes of it because I have been, you know, I kept losing it for a while. And then I would just go buy a new one because I'm like, I don't have time to look for it. I need it for a video. So I would just go buy a new one, and then I would end up, you know, I don't know, I would end up buying a new one, then I would find it. Finally I found them, and then I ended up with like, I think 5 tubes. So I'm going in, this is the Infinity Gauntlet palette, isn't that cool? And I'm going in with this shade right here, and I don't have the names in front of me, but I think this will go really well with the peachy crease. And this look reminds me of Laura because Laura's favorite color is orange. So this is a Laura look. But yeah, and what's funny is that this tube is, I would say, 3/4 empty now. So maybe I'm glad that I kept buying more tubes, because when you do your makeup 10 times in a row, no, it's been over the course of a couple months, but you know, when you do a lot of looks, you go through a lot of tubes of glitter glue. So, alright, so I'm going to pack that on the lid. Now I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the finished look number 9. So if you want to stay tuned for the last and final look, number 10, stay tuned. Whew. Welcome to look number 10. So I'm going to go in with my MAC paint stick again because I've kind of missed using it. I mean, I love the Anastasia eyeshadow primer. I've heard mixed reviews about it. Some people love it, some people don't love it. Some people just are kind of meh about it. And I had actually gotten a travel size one and used it up completely. And was getting ready to purchase it, and then they sent it to me. So I was very grateful, but I was going to purchase it before I got it in PR. And I don't know why, but I really like that one a lot, because even though it, well, I'm going to do a whole, you just wait and see. Video coming soon. I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm doing something. Okay, so I am actually just going to go ahead and put glitter glue over top of this base, because I think I'm just going to do only Classy Cake today. So I'm just going to go in with, there's my orange eyeliner. Where was it when I needed it yesterday? So I'm just going to put that all over my lid and on both sides. My hands are still stained from coloring my hair, but that's okay. All right, So I'm going to use the Infinity Gauntlet palette today because this is the one that I've used the least. And I really have no clue what I want to do, but I don't know. We're going to figure it out together. So I'm going to go in with this Morphe brush, and I think I'm going to do, oh, I think I know what I want to do. Okay, we're going to start with this, well, we're going to start with the purple. I think the purple's called Gomorrah, if I'm not mistaken. And let me just smooth it out because I put a lot of glitter glue on top of that base. Actually, let me pat it down. I really like using a sponge to pat it down. That is literally Sophie snoring in here. She sounds like a grandpa snoring. So I'm going in with, Gomorrah might actually be the green one. I don't know. I don't remember what the purple one is called, but it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the purple on the outer third on both sides. And I know it sounds weird to say on both sides, but I do a lot of two-tone eye looks, so I think that's why I say on both sides sometimes, even though that should be like the given. I've been working on my eyeshadow collection, my makeup collection videos, just so you know, an update. I've been, as I'm packing, I am filming my collection so that you guys can see it, and then once I am fully moved in and have my new makeup room all set up, then I'll show the collection like in its like resting place, I guess. And yeah, but to kind of lay everything out on the bed and just kind of show you guys is really easy. So I'm working on that because that is my highest requested video. But when I say I have a large collection, I really don't think people understand just how large. Now I'm going in with like the royal blue shimmer. I'm going to put that right next to it. So you'll see what I mean when you eventually see my video, but then it will all make sense as to why it's taken me so long to film it and why I wanted to wait until I was either packing it up or in my new setup. So, all right, I love that so much. I know on camera it's a little bit difficult to tell the difference between the royal blue and the purple, but in person you can definitely tell. I wish my eyes were even. Oh well. So now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like a beautiful teal blue. Let me wipe my brush off on my color switch, aka my pants. And I would go in with a flat shader brush, but I'm kind of blending as I pack it on. Oh my gosh, that shade is stunning. Look at that. This is all Classy Cake Cosmetics. It is insane how gorgeous her shades are. I am just in love. Okay. And then, last but not least, I think this might be the shade Gomorrah, but I'm going to take a flat shader brush for this one. I'm going to use my Pac-Man brush, which makes me happy to look at. And I'm going to use Gomorrah. I believe it's Gomorrah, because Gomorrah has green skin. So that is the lime green shade. And we're going to do that in the inner corner. Oh, I love that so much. I knew I wanted to do something really bright and fun for the last look. So here we are. This is definitely bright and fun. All right, let me clean up everything, do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished and final 10th look. So please let me know down below what was your favorite look, and please go check out Laura and Debbie's looks as well. I know that they're going to do some amazing looks, and I cannot wait to see them while you guys are watching this. As always, I will be watching them. I think I just got powder all over my shirt. So I used Glam Pimple Mama as my bronzer slash contour. I don't do a lot of contouring, but I just like a light, you know, bronzy look. So this is my completed look with the Classy Cake Cosmetics Pride palette, the Infinity Gauntlet palette, the highlighter and blush palette that I have put together. And for this look, I have on Anya. For the last look, I think I had on the silver and the gold mixed together. The Perfect palette. And now I need to clean all these up because I have used them a lot. And the Geode Goddess palette. So I can't even say which one is my favorite. I love them all, and I use them on and off camera all the time. So I will try to link everything that I've mentioned. I will try to link you know, some videos with these palettes that I've already done in the past, and I will definitely link Laura and Debbie for sure in the description box. So all the lipsticks that I used in these 10 videos have gone into my lipstick challenging giveaway box, so definitely go check that out. The information for that will be down below, as well as the Facebook group that I'm a part of that my friend Michelle and my friend Heather run. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.